All-wheel drive is actually ridiculous in this game. This is what I think it's like 600 horsepower. I don't know. It's a freaking Galant maxed out 4G63T, which in this game like absolutely suck. I don't know what it is. Like, why do 4G suck so much? Anyways, welcome to the video. Anyways, boys, welcome back to another video here in some Forza Horizon 4. Now, if you're new to the channel, play a lot of Forza and stuff. Today we'll be building this guy right here, the Mitsubishi Evo 6. Now, I haven't actually got one yet, as you know, Mitsubishi was introduced into Forza like last week-ish, and we built the GTO VR4. If you missed that, you know, funny, because I'm listening to The Devil and I by Slipknot right now, and that's looking pretty familiar. How much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck's a quadriplegic and terminally bound to a wheelchair? That's the question I've been thinking about for quite a while now, and I just haven't found an answer, bro. If you know, let me know in the comment section below. So unfortunately, we do not have any wide body kits. I imagine most of these are going to be the rally bumpers. All right, well, that's actually pretty clean. We do have Varus. Okay, we're probably gonna go Varus then, because like I'm not a huge fan of the rally style kits. I respect like Group B and everything. Group B is my favorite racing league of all time, but I'm not a big fan of like how they actually look. That is an insane wing. Now, for engine swaps, we do have a couple of options. We have a turbo rally and we have the LS. We will not be doing either. If you're unaware, Evos use the same motor from generation 1 through 9. It's called the 4G63T, and it's a very capable motor. Now, they stopped using it for the Evo 10. The Evo 10 is the only motor in all of the Evos that is different. I don't know, man, emissions or something. I would have kept it the same, because like there's already so much aftermarket up until that point. I don't know why you'd switch it. You know, Evos had a name for themselves in being modified, so I don't know why you'd switch it to something that's harder to modify. You know, Evo's dead now. It doesn't matter. I believe our PI is max at 700, so we're gonna have to upgrade cautiously. We threw a diff and a clutch in. We're gonna go ahead and throw suspension. Dude, I'm liking that. Ooh. Ooh. Let's just go rally, though. That looks so mean, dude. Weight reduction gets her down to 2,400 pounds. We will not be doing weight reduction, though. Cage removes PI. Why not, dude? I feel like with these lower class cars, the most important thing is a flywheel. If you don't know, flywheel affects how quickly your car revs. And revving quickly is very good when you don't have a lot of power. So I'd recommend flywheel, and then if you can, cams, but we don't have that available, so literally anything works. So we're going to be putting the Mitsubishi to the test on this championship right here. Yes, Retro Rally PI 100 to 700. This is kind of going to suck, because 700 is pretty slow, but whatever, dude. It's worth a shot. Our tuning capabilities are very limited with the upgrades we do have installed, so we have to be pretty cautious and strategic about what we do. We're going to go ahead and soften her up. We also lowered the tire pressure a bit. We're going to keep the rally suspension about stock. I feel like that's fine. But here's where the big deal... Dude, we don't need 50-50. We're going to go 85. So pretty much rear wheel drive. We're also going to lock the diff in the rear. This is going to like help apply the power, right? We don't need all-wheel drive. It's not even freaking 1,500 horsepower Chiron, dude. It's just a 300 horsepower Gishi over here, dude. Yo, let's take a look at the lineup. We got the Legacy RS. We've got the Peugeot. That's a Renault. The Peugeot 205T16 Renault 5 Turbo Audi. No, the Gishi, bro. The Gishi, man. Look at that stance, dude. Like, Ken Block thought he was hot shit. Like, look at this. Look at this. Yo, litty titty. I forgot to change the difficulty. That's an L. Yo, dude, that's why you never drive. Is that a Delta? Dude, the Delta, by the way, is like absolutely insane. Up to speed on Lancia. Donut Media put one out a couple days ago. Was that yes? I'm pretty sure that was yesterday. Wow, my brain. Lancia is an insane company. If you don't know anything about them, like I would highly recommend looking up Lancia, because nowadays they're like literally nothing, but back in the day, probably the most successful company, like racing wise, aside from Ferrari. Okay, like I know Nissan was crazy successful, Porsche crazy successful, but like Lancia, I think it would surprise you. Crazy in rally, like absolutely insane. Yo, this is actually like super. Nope, we didn't get it. It's super beautiful in this area, and I also don't think I've ever done this race. Like, this is insane. I wonder if this is like a custom race for this championship that Turn 10 did. This is actually crazy. We just went through the ravine. I like it. You know, this tune is actually like super fun to whip around off-road. On-road, it would like absolutely suck because it's so low power. But the gearing, because factory race car, it's super close, and it's, wow, okay. So back on the topic of the Delta, dude, honestly, if I had a dream garage, #1 car, Hakasuka GTR, I'd want the historic white and red livery on it, you know, full race spec. I want it like, well, not race spec, but race spec livery, right? I want the racing heritage paint, okay? We've talked about that in that's nothing new. We've talked about it in streams, but something that I'd also love to have in like a dream collection would be a Delta S4 Evo 2. Now, I saw one, like a picture of one on Instagram recently, and I believe there's also a guy, Automobile Ammos, I think that's his Instagram handle. I'll try and look it up for you. It's like from Europe or whatever, so it's spelled weirdly. But anyways, he's doing some project where he's restoring a bunch of them and making them like race cars or something. I don't know too much about it. I should really research it more before I talk about it in a video. But they're like all super clean, like factory spec cars that are so clean, amazing. So I'd want an Evo 2. I'd want it like super low, and I'd not like stance boy, but you know, like race car fine, right? And it's also a supercharged and turbocharged twin charged car. Like a 1.8 liter, I believe. And, dude, some of them were making up to 700 horsepower, okay? 1.8 liter twin-charged inline 4. Dude, that's freaking insane. The 16-valve Evo 2 was... Let's look at this freaking... red painted cylinder head? I think he means valve cover. Wikipedia is actually stupid. Aluminum fuel cap, yo, weight reduction. I guess I'd want more of like an HF spec. That's like what I'd really be interested in, but like for the street without the rally lights in the front bumper and stuff. So like a street spec HF. That was way too why am I even talking about this still? It's not even that car in the video. It's an Evo. Like, they're literally direct competition. Yo, we're about to pass all of these fools right here. Stupid 37, get out of our way. Yo. Oh. So sketch. Oh, that line, though. Yo, that's actually like a monster truck, though. Damn. Man, the Evo's too much of a beaut. We're making this sky cream. This is the road they used on the intro to the game with the freaking motorcycles. And the trailer. Yeah. I've literally never driven down here. Sick. I recognize the road, though. This thing does actually sound pretty sick. I mean, obviously, it would sound a lot better with cams because it would rev higher. But even at like 7,000 RPM, sounds alright, dude.